And as you saw just now, our illustrious Grates had just acquired a new piece of gear, and we had to all ask, what did it look like?
So it was sexy time for Grates. In this room, it is worth mentioning that once you go into it, if you're standing in the doorway from where you come from and haven't gone down the steps yet, there is a invisible wall that you can walk through, but you cannot heal or shoot through it. So if your healer stays up above the steps and your tank goes down, he will not be able to heal you. So it's a good idea to get everybody into the room right off the bat. This could be fixed at launch, though, so it may not be there.
There you saw another node for archaeology, just like the one you saw earlier. However, the earlier one we used the bombs, which Grates picked up to open the door.
And this is a small shortcut through and bypassing a little bit of trash, and it also has a nice chest in it. You can get the chest by going down this hallway if you have to clear all the trash, but it's nice to be able to have somebody with archaeology just take you past a lot of that trash.
Yeah. The only bad thing about the chest is we really, didn't get anything spectacular. We ran it a few times, and every time, I have to say, the chest was like, okay, big deal. It wasn't, yay, loot!
Now, this guy's kind of like a really mini-boss here. He only has about 20 or 30,000 life. He has a few abilities, but they're all interruptible. The main one to worry about is Force Storm, which you'll see in just a second here. And it'll go through, I think, right here. And if it goes through, it's not just that circle on the ground that you want to be away from. You'll want to stay out of that general area. Jin got caught in it a little bit, and you can see his health went down a decent amount from it.
Yes, the notorious don't stand in the poop. Well, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. You're the healer, so you can take care of yourself, I guess.
And you'll notice with these guys here, they do have knockback abilities. Now, if you are a smuggler and you're in cover, if you are too close, you will get knocked out of cover. So you'll have to find another place. So it's good to stay back from them. And actually, this next fight, you'll see me take cover too close, and I will get knocked out of cover.
Up here, there are two. They do both pull at the same time, so we put the Inquisitor up into the air and decided to go for the Guardian. It's not that difficult. He does put a slowing debuff on you if you're the tank, but it's not really that big of a deal because, as you can see, I'm just going to stand there and tank him. Just let him beat on me while I hit him. You don't really need to kite him around. He's not that strong. Just all in all, just kill and get him down. Jin, your crowd control ability has a minute on it, right? 60 seconds?
Correct. Yes, as long as it takes them to stay up in the air, it takes my ability to refresh.
So, and another nice thing I noticed is Sticky Grenade will not knock somebody out of crowd control. So if you're a trooper, it's a good idea to throw that Sticky Grenade on the guy and then let loose your powers, because you'll get a nice little boost of aggro right off the bat.
And smugglers have the same thing with a grenade, but it's probably not the best thing to start out with that because it does a lot of damage.
Yeah, one thing you'll notice is the previous fight, it was just straight typical melee DPS for the champion. The Disciple, he has got a lot of abilities, and it's a completely different fight going from one to the other.
Yeah, usually if you just keep them locked down with interrupts, it's not a big deal for the fight, but sometimes your interrupts on a cooldown and he gets off things like Force Storm, so you move out of the area, you do pretty good. But he does have knockbacks, he does have a Chain Lightning, nothing super to be concerned about. And we are at the final boss, though. This boss has two abilities. One is a debuff that he'll place on you, and it will cause your damage to basically be reflected. It also causes your healing spells to do damage on you. So if you are the healer, you really do need to watch out for this debuff, because it can kill you, right, Jen?
Yeah, unfortunately I had the sad effect of making a heal while I had the debuff, and it critted, and it killed me completely.
So, you can cleanse that though, right?
Absolutely. The healer cleanse, at least the sage cleanse, is also hot, so it helps to heal at the same time.
And as you can see, it went on Jin just a moment ago, and he cleansed it off himself. And that is that affliction that you see keep getting cast. It is interruptible. There it is on Jin again. He does have a stealth, too, that can be interrupted as well. You do not want to interrupt it because he summons 4 globes. He will put a debuff on one person when he summons those 4 globes. Right now they're on Kazor. And that person just needs to run around the room and kite them. Since the rest of you don't have the debuff, you actually don't get hurt by them right now. This is beta, though. They may change that. But as you can see, I'm walking through, no damage. Nothing hurt me at all.
One of the things you can note is the force shield that the Sage can put on will absorb some of that damage if the person has to run through the orbs, but very limited, and those orbs will melt you. They will take your life down very fast.
And we do show, Jin's kind enough to show what happens in the next orb area, what happens when you get touched by him, so just watch his health bar in the coming segments to see what kind of damage they're doing. As you can see, Kazor got hit with the debuff just now. So
you know, one tricky thing with the Crushing Affliction debuff is if you have damage over time on him and you get hit with that debuff, that damage over time counts. So there's nothing you can do about it unless it gets cleansed.
So just be aware that you may want to watch that, and I think this is the time it'll go for Jin.
Yep, it's on me.
So he's going to stand in the middle and let them come in, then move a little bit. Here we go. You can see his health. That was just a little grace, too. He stalled for a second on my computer. And here we go. He's going to let him hit him pretty good here. So as you can see, that was just a small touch by the group of them. And he went down to about a third of his health.
Yeah, all in all, the fight isn't that hard. You watch the debuffs, you cleanse the debuffs, and really everybody can participate in the DPS. Tank, heal, everybody.
Other than that, this fight is simple. I do notice, Oakley, that you have your portable cover out over there, too, it looks like.
Yeah, that was just a beta glitch. A lot of the natural cover didn't show up as cover, so it would drop the portable. But I still got the defensive bonus, so that's something I'm sure they're polishing up and will be in the final game.
All in all, you guys had a good time here?
Oh yeah, it was one of the funner flashpoints we ran.
And as you can see, we accidentally interrupted the stealth, so instead of him going invisible, I'm running around tanking him while I'm dodging orbs, which is always amusing.
Yeah, I have to say, of all the flashpoints that we were able to run in beta, this definitely was my favorite. Beautiful looking flashpoint. Some mildly technical fights, so there was some interest in the fights. I really enjoyed it.
And the boss is about down. And we're just going to clean up with some loot here. This trooper helmet is a really actually good trooper helmet. I'm using the one from Nar Shaddaa Commendations, but if you don't have those, because I'm 4 levels above right now and I have finished Nar Shaddaa, I believe. So if you don't have those Nar Shaddaa Commendations, you can actually run this one and get a really good early starting trooper helmet here. To exit this area, you do have to use the exit area ability. It is right above your mini-map. You can see it there. And you just click on it. It gives you a 10-second countdown, and off we go. Back to the Republic fleet.
You can see Kazor got a little bit of a late start on that, so we're going to be waiting for him here in a minute.
Well, at least I'm not the only one that's getting, blamed for being waited on.
Well, we'll get Kazor his own walker too. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the Athiss Flashpoint. We will see you guys later. We are coming out with Mandalorian Raiders shortly. Other than that, go to oldrepublicradio.net and feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good night.
This is Carrick Station. The threat on Athiss is over, Master Satil. We gathered all the Sith artifacts we could.
More importantly, you returned home safe. The Council no longer feels any disturbance in the Force coming from that world. Based on your discoveries, we now believe the ruins were once a great city, built by a renegade Sith alchemist, Vodal Kresh. According to these artifacts, Vodal Kresh raised an army to challenge the Emperor's rule. The beings you fought in the ruins were their descendants.
The man who was controlling everyone was a powerful Force user. He'd had training.
Many Sith refuse to merge with the Force when they die. It's possible Vodal Crush still led his remaining followers, but you've ended that. If Darth Malgus had secured these artifacts and recruited the enemies you fought, it would have been disastrous. These corrupted things will be sealed away where the Sith will never find them. We owe you a great debt.
I'm just returning the favors you paid me during my training.
That seems so long ago now. I must report to the Jedi Council and inform them of what we've learned. Thank you again, and may the Force be with you.